RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning. RBB, a live morning talk show that gives you the ability to get the coach you need, strategist you wish you could afford, social media manager and strategist, marketing strategist, project manager, certified OBM, VA, business startup strategist, profit strategist, web strategist, email funnel strategist, sales page strategist, PR strategist, time management, mindset, and overall business development strategist. We answer it all. With over 25 years of business experience, both in corporate and small business worlds, we really can answer it all.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. We're having some technical issues with Zoom today, so I had to switch to my iPad. So today, Gina is going to be joining us in just a little bit because of our technical issues. She's having to download things and get set up and all that good stuff. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope everybody had an amazing day yesterday. And I hope that you're ready to have a great day today. Today, we are talking about what's fun in your business. What do you get to do that is so fun because you own a business? Not many of us talk about the amazing part of owning a business. And we focus so much on all of the bad. So yesterday we talked about some of the nasty comments from our shows last week and why people had issues with it and why that's an issue on its own. And we really wanted to make sure that we are allowing everybody to understand why we say what we say, and that we really want people to join in and have fun and really enjoy being with us. And I'm trying to get Gina to join. Let's see here. Hey, Gina, make sure you comment. That way I can see if I could bring you on wave or say hi, something. Then we'll figure out how to get her in here. The joys of Facebook Live. Sometimes they're a little quirky. Technical issues, it is what it is, ladies. Hopefully we'll figure it out. So we talked about all of the who, what, where, when, why of your business last week, and what you should be hiring first when you're looking to hire, and how you should go about doing it. And that was apparently a very controversial show. Not that we thought it would be. And I had talked about a lot of the nasty comments that we got, but I had also said that we had a lot of amazing comments. Our support for the show has been so amazing, and we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we appreciate you so much. I think Gina's having technical issues. Yeah, Gina's having technical issues. The joys of when things don't work the way they're supposed to. She has to move over to her phone because she can't do it from her iPad. So we are going to see why and some of the fun, amazing stuff that you do in your business. So some of the fun things we get to do in business. I get to meet some of the craziest people. Being in my own business, running other people's businesses, I have met amazing people over the years because I had helped a buddy start. Hello there, Gina. I am bringing Gina on video with us. Ooh, it worked. I hope. Hopefully it's added. Let's see if it actually works. Good morning, Nakia. Finally.
Is that your computer?
Nope. I don't have noises on.
Do you hear that?
No. Sounds like there's something on your side.
I just closed the...
All kinds of technical issues today. It is what it is. So some of the great things that I've gotten to do because I own a business. Because I owned a business way back when, I got to meet the owner of Reddit, and he's become one of my great friends. And through another business, I met who was his roommate in college, and him and I have become great friends. And I've gotten to meet a lot of really cool business owners and high-level CEOs and all kinds of stuff. And each of those connections, every time I'm able to network and make a connection, it's always benefited my business. And I was doing some training with Faith Ann last night, and Faith and I were talking about sales. And she had asked some questions about pitch. They had a pitch fest in a Facebook group, and she had asked some questions regarding it. And her and I met and discussed it for a little bit. And I forgot that I used to say this to everybody all the time. Every person you meet is either a potential client or a potential referrer of clients. So treat everybody you meet like that. And I do. Something I very much do all of the time. And it makes for interesting meeting people. I've met a couple really high-level CEOs in places that you wouldn't necessarily think that you would find them. I was at a concert. I was a 5-Finger Death Punch concert, people. And the guy sitting next to me owns a multi-million-dollar a year landscaping company. So him and I have talked quite a bit. This landscaping company has been in his family for over like 60 years, 70 years or something like that. And they don't do any marketing because they don't need to, and they deal with corporations. So it's a very different level of landscaping. But you never know who you're going to meet. And he's referred a couple clients to me. You never know who you're going to meet or where you're going to meet them. So treat everybody like they're a potential customer, or they're going to refer a potential customer to you. You always want to start a conversation that way. Some other fun things that I've gotten to do and we're getting to do in September is DG Marketing is sponsoring we're sponsoring the United Artists Foundation here in the Rochester area, and we've got a vendor event that we're going to go to, and we're sponsoring a whole bunch of original artists in the Rochester area, and we're going to a huge event. Last year the event was attended by 2,500 people. So far we've sold 2,000 tickets this year. So the event space that we're going to have it at has held as many as 8,000 people before. So we're going to keep selling tickets and see how much we can get. So you can do some really amazing things as a business owner. What are some amazing things that you've gotten to do? So keep in mind that we talk about the crap part of owning a business a lot and how bad it is and how hard it is and all kinds of stuff like that. But it doesn't have to be, and it doesn't always have to be so stressful. You can have fun with it. And the sales part to me is the fun. The going out and networking is fun. One of my favorite places to go hang out with other business owners and small business owners, female small business owners, is some of our local Tuesdays Together groups. They're part of the Rising Tide Society. And I've made some great friends there, and I've really enjoyed getting to meet people and learn who they are, what they do. And many of them have turned into clients. I'm going to see if I can get Gina back on video with us here. See if she's having less problems now. Hello there, Gina.
Okay. Let's see if it doesn't do the weird feedback thing.
You sound better this time. I can actually hear you. So hopefully that will work. So I was talking about the fact that we get to, we're sponsoring the United Artists event in September here in Rochester, and just getting to meet the people that we get to meet when we're doing what we do. I meet people everywhere. And like I said, treat everybody like they're either a potential client when you meet them, or they're going to refer a potential client to you. Everybody you meet should be treated that way.
Yes, and with respect too.
And with what?
Respect. Like don't treat like some people I've noticed, like, when they're doing that, they're almost like kissing up to them. Like, talk to them like they're a normal person.
Oh, when I meet somebody, hi, I'm Danielle. Nice to meet you. What do you do? Which, when you ask them that, they're very quickly going to also ask you back, well, what do you do? Who are you? They want to know more about you. And of course, my husband's playing, or, oh, I was playing bass, or whatever. I always lead with the fun, quirky stuff. And I had been helping out with judging Pitch Fest for the virtual assistant group, and judging them and stuff like that. And I keep reminding them, you don't have to be serious even in your recorded pitches or your written out pitches for your business. You can be you. Get your personality in there, because your personality is what's going to drive somebody to you. And again, for the 9 mil, I know I've said this so many times. I can sell anything anywhere, even if I know nothing about it. It's your confidence, your energy, and being yourself, not trying to act like you're something you're not. Because when you do that, it comes through. Me trying to act mega professional, can I act mega professional? Yes, I've had mega professional jobs, corporate jobs, where I have to be in a dress and heels and a suit with dark stockings or pantyhose or whatever you want to call them, and proper makeup, and speak quietly and don't speak too much, because as a woman you can't speak too much in the corporate world. You have to be very careful. Don't act like you know it all. I mean, there are rules. Yes, I can do that, but man, I don't thrive there, and I don't do well in that position. I say that, but I did very, very well in corporate. But I can't handle that for too long, because it's not me. Be yourself in your business. That's something that people forget. They feel like they have to copy Jenna Kutcher or Rachel Hollis or Carrie Green or whoever it is you're following. Stop trying to be them. Be you. Please, please be you. That's the fun part about owning your own business, is you can be you. You don't have to be anybody else. I can be, I'm ADHD. I'm crazy. I'm energetic. I don't slow down. I've always got a new idea, and I'm always off in another direction. That's me. I can be me without a problem. That's part of the fun of owning your own business, is you don't have to be somebody else. You don't have to act like somebody else. You don't have to, and when you do that, your business doesn't thrive. Because you're hiding something, and everybody knows it, let me tell you.
People can feel it.
Very much so.
They can really feel it. Like, for me, it's taking me a while to starting to step into my own and just be myself, and even receive the fact that I'm well received. So, like, the fact that this show has been so well received has been odd for me. Like, I've been floored. I've been so surprised. Like, I was not shocked by the hate comments that we talked about yesterday, but I have been very surprised by how positive everything has been. And some of that is me being just surprised that I'm being well received. So it can, if you just start being yourself, it can help your confidence levels so much. Which is a mindset issue. And that's one of the greatest things about being in business, and something that my friend, a very good friend of mine, and I talk about all the time, is that being a business owner and being an entrepreneur is the greatest thing in personal development you will ever go through. It's like personal development on steroids all day, every day. And it's really a fun journey. And that's been one of the most positive things is, if you really want to get to know yourself and really push the limits of your mind and grow, become an entrepreneur, because it will stretch you. Like, so much. It will stretch you.
Tiffany, that's really cool. You can't truly be yourself. Job you have, but things that you're doing for your virtual assistant business are making you confident and feel like you're actually good at something. It is so true.
Wonderful, Tiffany. so true.
We feel stifled by having corporate jobs or working out in the world a lot because you can't truly be yourself. But when you own your own business, holy crow, you can be.
Okay, carry on.
I guess Gina's going to be using this for a story today. It is so fun to be yourself. To be able to relax and just be what you want to be, grow where you want to grow. Because you can't do that in corporate either.
No, because in corporate was one of the most, I never felt worse about myself than I did when I was in corporate. Because, hi, Silas. Shiner's down here snoring. Because there's so many rules that you have to follow. Like I was explaining to permanent roommate over the weekend, like I always had like the highest level of performance in my yearly reviews that you could possibly get. I had them every year, but corporate policy would not allow me to move up, even though it was very obvious that I could. Then in my last corporate job, corporate policy would not allow a promotion after your first year. So like within your first year, you could not get promoted. And my boss wanted to promote me. Was not allowed. Then a few months, then the company lost its one and only contract. So I was going to get laid off. So there went my opportunity for advancement again. So everything I did and everything about me was dependent upon somebody else. And you're constantly hearing, well, you can't be this, or you're too this, or you're too that, because you have to fit into whatever the company culture is so that you can move on. And that's stifling and can, depending on your personality type, mess with you. So I have the personality type where that messed with me pretty bad. And then when I became an entrepreneur, I brought all that junk in with me. So severe insecurity, right? Because for years I'd been hearing wasn't good enough. And then I get into the entrepreneur world and I start like loaning my skills to other people that need the help in their small businesses, and I'm hearing positive things back. And it's like, oh, wow.
I do know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I do know what I'm doing. I am smart. I am capable. I can do this. I can help somebody. I can get somebody results. And that started really changing the game for me. I started learning more and I started getting obsessed. I have been so interested in learning more about this industry and what I'm doing, as opposed to before, I couldn't wait to get out of wherever I was.
Tend not to want to invest too much of ourselves personally into our corporate job. I did. So I had a little bit of a different experience in corporate. And part of that is my personality. Somebody told me I couldn't do something, and I said, hold my coffee, watch me. And did it over and over and over again in an industry where it's not looked at. Being a woman in the industry I was in was not a thing when I started. I've been in IT for 25 years. And when I started, the first couple times I went to an IT conference, I think there were 5 women, and 4 of them were vendors, not there as IT pros. And the last time I attended this conference, there were 1,000 women. But when I started, and then to have a C-level woman in that area of the world, I was the only one. Now HP has had a female at the head, IBM, and now that's becoming more of a thing. But when I started, and I was young, I was very young. I was 18 when I started, and young woman in IT was not something that was the norm. And my personality, I butted heads with people so many times. I lost promotions because I butted heads with people so many times. It was not an easy, it was a fight. Everything was a fight. Of course, I do like fighting, so it helps that that's my personality, that just made me want to fight more and get to where I wanted to go more and more and more. But not everybody can handle that, and I don't have to fight anymore. I love not having to fight for every single thing I want. And that's a huge deal, and that does affect respect your personality. Even though I do like to fight, and that's part of my personality, it's nice not to have to fight. And it's nice that everything is more natural feeling now, where it never was before. So love your business. Love being in your business. Don't focus on the bad of, I'm not earning what I want. I'm not getting the clients I want. Not. Focus on the amazing part of your business. Say that again, Gina.
I said, lack. Don't have this, don't have that, blah, blah, blah. But you guys have to think that when you stepped into entrepreneurship and you started your business, you started from zero. You started from this many. So even if you're just to this many, that is a huge progression from this many. So think about that for a minute. You were at zero on day one. Now you're at 5, 10, 20, whatever it is. And you should celebrate every win, because a lot of people don't stick with it. Not many people do it. Not many people are brave enough to do it. So quit, don't rush it and don't be in a hurry, because the being in a hurry will sabotage it. And it also makes you feel horrible about yourself. You've got to be proud about what it is that you're doing, because if you feel bad or you feel like you're failing or whatever it is, it's going to come out somewhere. It's going to come out somewhere else along the line, and it's going to screw up something.
Absolutely.
It every time. I was journaling this morning around, I'm in the sabotage window. We're halfway through the month, so now this is around the time I start to panic about the following month. Like, I'm already worrying about August, and it's just July 16th. So I was journaling around it this morning, like, I know I'm gonna do it, so let's just not this time. And I was writing around all the action steps that I'm going to take to start undoing that, because I know I have that self-sabotaging behavior. Because if I start doing that, then I start pressuring Danielle, or I start pressuring myself, or it just turns into a big old mess, and then it makes a mess. So we're not going to do it this time. And you have to pay attention to yourself and then be proud. So I was proud of myself this morning. I was like, oh, hey, wow, I actually know the exact timeline of when I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do something about it. That's different than the month before. Look at my progress.
And I don't care if you start at zero. I don't care if you have one client. If you have just one client, you still have made progress. That's huge. That's a 50% increase.
Yes. Do percentages, you guys. Those will make you feel so much better than an actual count. If you do actual percentages for yourself, it's like, holy crap. Because you have to think, we're doing this on a 100% scale. So if I've had a 15% increase, that's positive. If I've had a 5% increase, that's a positive increase. And those are the increments you want to pay attention to. Now, I do want to preface this with, don't be one of those people that uses percentages to pad stuff.
Do not pad.
Use this information for good, not evil. So use percentages to see your actual progression on a 100% scale.
It's huge. And every win and every lead is a win, people. I don't care whether you've closed it or not, because you can have leads in your lead generation funnel for a year before they become true and become a client. Every lead is a win. Celebrate those wins.
Yes, because that lead is somebody noticed you and is interested in your services. That's way better than nobody.
They're still a lead until they say absolutely no. And don't ignore them either. Remember to keep farming them and keep reaching out and touching, because it helps. I closed something that we thought was dead, but I kept emailing, and I closed a client. Make sure that you keep reaching out, because every lead is a potential client. Every person in your email list is a potential client. You are winning when you have any of that. Celebrate those wins, ladies.
Celebrate every single thing that comes in. Just every single thing. Celebrate it. be grateful for.
And
Just
celebrating does
like
you have to buy Louis Vuittons does not mean you have to go out and buy an expensive dinner or have an expensive spa day and tweet about it or IG about it or whatever. You could just stop and go, I did good. I'm taking a 5-minute break and walking away from my desk. That's enough of a celebration, ladies. You don't have to spend money on it.
I go do a face mask. I'm like, you know what? I need a little self-care. So I'm going to go give myself a quick manicure because my nails are driving me nuts and I haven't stopped to do it. Or I'm going to go do a face mask really quick because I haven't done one this week. Or, you know, whatever it is, I'll stop and go do self-care something or other. I'll go play with the dogs. I will, or sometimes if it's late enough in the day, I'll go, you know what? I'm going to end on that note. And I shut down and I go read a book or make dinner. Yesterday, I attempted to make.
Oh, we lost you, Gina.
Small things like that, reward yourself and find ways to celebrate.
Absolutely. So on that note, I want you to go rise, become, and be everything today. Find something to celebrate in your day today. Tell us about it. We want to know what you're going to celebrate in your day today. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning.